Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Here we have today a Mazda MX-5 Mark III 2-litre Sport, presented in copper red with the black leather interior. Now, as I take you around the car, I always like to give a little bit of a background on the vehicle. Okay, and this car and I have had a relationship since 2012. 2011-2012. I actually sold this as a used vehicle, I think back in 2011, okay, to a gentleman. He didn't have it very long. Just like something, I don't know, it was a change in his lifestyle. I think he was sort of scratching an itch, okay, and then we sold it to a very nice lady who we've purchased it back from because she's into shooting now, and this doesn't go down the farm tracks as well as it needs to, because she's going along muddy farm tracks, etc. So she's actually purchased a Suzuki. We also sell Suzuki, a Suzuki 4x4, and this is sort of surplus to requirement, and I'll go through the history of this car. I've got it inside and you'll see the mileage between services is unbelievable. Now the car's covered about 40,000 miles. I'll get the exact mileage when we get in the car. It's got a service history, certainly with us since about 2011 and previously with Mazda dealers. I shall show you the details. Now, it was only in for servicing, I think, a week ago. I'll get the exact date once back in the car, where we did service, MOT, some suspension parts. It's very common for the drop links to wear out on these cars. It's a job that gets overlooked at many other non-Mazda garages because we've had cars that have been serviced at independents. I'm not saying all, of course, and then we've took it in. We thought, well, the car was serviced 3 months ago, but it needs drop links, so it's been prepared to a very high standard. I say there's plenty of MX-5s out there, but to get a good one of this age is quite difficult. Now, just an observation, this car has got Michelin Pilot Sport 3 tyres. These are the correct tyres for this car. They're not the original ones, of course, but these are pretty new. So it gives you an idea of how the previous owner cherished the car, not skimping on tyres, etc. She was very much a car enthusiast. Now, it's the Roadster Coupe version, so the roof does fold away. It doesn't impede on your boot space. I shall demonstrate that in a minute. Now, as soon as I'm done with the photographs, I'm taking it next door where they do our wheel refurbs, because all the wheels are just very sort of lightly curbed, but we will send it to our wheel refurbers next door. Now, this isn't a little sort of makeshift wheel repair shop. They will take the wheels, they will dip them in acid, strip them, vapor blast them, repair them, powder coat them, so they come out better than factory. At the factory, they're wet painted. It's more susceptible to corrosion. The powder coating, I swear by it, I really do. So it'll go, and the wheels will be impeccable. So whoever buys it next has to be very careful, because there won't be a mark on the wheels. And I did notice a little pin dent on one of the doors, which I shall have my paintless dent removal fella remove. Okay, I must confess, I polished up the headlights. Now, on a car of this age, normally the headlights get a bit yellowy, and that impairs the beam, so you don't get as good sight with the headlights on at night. Also, it doesn't really look good on the car, so I gave them a polish. It's kind of I think a fetish of mine. I really like doing them because you get, I don't know, it looks really good once done. So nice and clear, like a new headlight. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. So let me just show you around the car. I'm going to show you under the bonnet and then in the boot. Okay. And also, this is a lucky car, because when I was doing the photos earlier, and I'll show you this, and I'm a bit embarrassed about it, and I'll be honest, if I had a cloth, I wouldn't mention it, but the bird has been pooed in by a seagull, I think, as I was photographing the car. So it hit the centre console, so luckily not a seat, but I shall wipe that away. So I think that's a blessing on the car. But here we go. So the engine compartment's all lovely, it's all nice and clean. Okay, I think when the lady had the car serviced, we probably cleaned the car then. So that's all good. It's got this sort of MX-5 accessory there on top of the fuse box, and the car's got the wooden insert, okay, and the wooden handbrake lever. Now, look, I'm just going to show you a glimpse there. Look, that's where the Seagull has, or Big Bird, I think, has done its business. Now, I just want to draw your attention to the seat bolster. Look at that. Now, normally they get quite worn. They get quite worn if a sort of a larger person has been driving the car from getting in and out, or if you wear jeans a lot and the rivets in the jeans wear that out. So that's really lovely. I was very, very pleased with that. And this has got a few little revisions from the original car, which came out in 06, I believe. This has got the height adjustable seat. Okay, I've got 2 keys for the car as well. And if you do have a little one, you can turn off the passenger airbag, so you can carry a rear-facing child seat in the passenger seat. In the boot's all there, it's huge, and whether the hood's up or down doesn't change at all. Okay, the tyre inflation kit lives there, we've got that in the office. But this car will be fully valeted, all ready for the next owner. It'll be ready in the next few days. So what I'm going to do, I just want to demonstrate the roof. So I always start the car to give less strain on the battery. You've got one catch there, and then you've got a button here. So hopefully you can see this. I'm just sort of holding the camera up. I hope I'm at the right angle. Okay, so let me show you what the car looks like. Obviously, I've taken lots of photos that you can study. I didn't do close-ups of the wheels because I'm going to get them done anyway. They'll be as new, or better than new. So look at that, very pretty car. I think copper red is probably one of my favourite colours in this car. There was a lot of silvers. The blacks I find sort of high maintenance, very nice. But the copper red, very good indeed. You've got these hoops here for your protection, okay? And I'll show you in the boot, you know, for those of you who aren't that familiar with the MX-5, because a lot of these retractable hardtop cars, the boot space is taken up considerably when the hood is down, okay? Right, so I'll put some brand new overmats in the car as well, so don't worry about that. For you eagle-eyed people out there that have noticed there's no mats. Now, to put the hood back up, press that button there, off it goes. Okay, I think the official speed is 11 seconds. Okay, and these do not go wrong. I've never known one to go wrong. The only thing I've known is people have put things back there, I don't know, a jacket or a shoe or something, and it's got in the way. You remove that and it's all back in action. Right, so the mileage, 40,528 miles. So, you know, over, what's that, 11, it's 11 years old, this car, almost 12 years old. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful miles. All right, you've got the 6-speed gearbox, and I see, look, there's no wear on that gear stick. They normally are. There's no wear on the steering wheel. No sort of nasty marks where people who have worn rings. Fortunately, I don't wear rings. I don't really like rings, but they can sometimes play havoc on the steering wheels. You've got heated seats. You've got climate controlled air conditioning. You've got the Bose premium sound system with the 6-CD auto changer. Okay. The previous owner really enjoyed classical music. I've found a couple of Vivaldi CDs in here, which I shall return. It sounds fantastic, it really does. Okay, so you've got that one manual movement you need to do, putting the hood down, not much of a chore. You've got good size glove compartment, but the inside is very, very nice indeed, and you've got the wind blocker there. Believe it or not, by putting that up like so, it does reduce the sort of blow in the cabin. So if you've got long hair, it shouldn't blow about as much as it would normally. Okay. In case you're wondering what this button is here, this was back when this car was new. There was a navigation system called Traffic Master, which gave you live traffic updates and bits and pieces. So that's there. Obviously, it's redundant now. Okay. You've got up and down on the steering column. Okay. Volume controls here. All right, but a very nice little car. Now, this is what I wanted to share with you. Now, I've removed the customer's details for GDPR purposes. Now, look at this. This car was supplied by Motorworld, part of Mid-Counties Cooperative. That was a new Mazda dealer at the time. It had 25 miles when it had its PDI, pre-delivery inspection. So that's where they put on the locking wheel nuts, they make sure all the nuts and bolts are up correctly, fluids are topped up, etc, etc. Then Johnson's Mazda, okay, Oxford. So look, this is, so Motorworld I think was part of, yes, part of Johnson's Mazda. Look, it's got the same postcode. So Oxford Mazda did its first and second service. Then we acquired the car. That's when I first met this car in 2012. There we are. I've been here at Orpington 10 years. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, at 30,000 miles. Okay, 30,030 miles. All right. Pre-sales prep. Okay. So it was serviced, then it had a pre-sales check, so we must have sold it. And then it had its next service about 3,000 miles later. Then again, 2,000 miles later. Then sort of 1,000, 1,500 miles later. And this is all with us, TW White's Orpington. So let's have a count here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 entries. Okay, so this car's been over-serviced. Look at this. Nothing wrong with being over-serviced, of course. So in 15, 36,815. In 16, 38,057. 38,057. Okay, then in 17, 38,626. So about 500 miles between a service. Then 39,244. 700 odd miles, my maths is correct. Then another, what, 800 miles it was serviced. And then 200 miles. And then again, sort of 300 miles later. So as you can see, this car was surplus to requirement. It just wasn't getting used, all right? And it was last serviced on the 14th of September. Okay, I did say last week. But yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago because I remember seeing the car in the car park. Okay, now this car is being sold as a Mazda used approved vehicle, so it will come with a Mazda ZZ Plus approved used car warranty. So even if you're not in area, you can go to any Mazda dealer. Okay, it also has 12 months roadside assistance and MOT insurance for the first 12 months. All right, so as I say, it's not a brand new car, but it's a very, very good used one. And with MX-5s, in my experience, and I've been in the Mazda world for 19 years now, you know, this is really, really important. Okay, because like a lot of cars, if there's somebody's Sunday car, weekend car, fair weather car, they don't get used much. People don't tend to service them every year. It will be on the mileage. This has been done every year, as you can see. So this is a very, very good example. Okay, now part exchange is incredibly welcome. Despite what they say on TV on these adverts about getting better deals without part exchanges, no, we want your part exchange, okay? So please do try us, do your research. I say it's very easy these days to get valuations online, just with the reg number and mileage, but we like to make the whole experience as easy as possible, as seamless as possible, and as enjoyable as possible. Okay, so if you don't have a Mazda, you don't have a Suzuki, don't worry about it. If you have a look on our website, we sell cars from all different sort of makes. So do try us. Do try us at any time of day. We do respond to emails and even calls out of normal working hours through live chat, etc. It might take a little bit longer, but do try us. Don't think, oh, I'll phone them in the morning. Just give us a go and we'll pick those messages up. Okay, so I've mentioned the warranty, I've mentioned the roadside assistance. The car will be valeted. It's only been through our workshop 2 weeks ago, but we'll still put it on the ramp and have a look. Make sure, you know, nothing's happened in that interim period. You never know, you could have got a puncture or, you know, a nail in the tyre, etc, etc. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.